He throws one to the left. Pulls it in down the sideline. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll run the counter. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, he's got a 1st down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Soft spot in the middle. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Offense changing the play. Wants to keep it in the air. Looking to the big tight end. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Got his man on the right. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. At the 20, he's got space. Turning it on. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the 2nd half.
And he makes the extra point. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Coming out with it, it's Dickey. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. White wants to throw it. Rushes on him. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this 1st half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the 1st half ends.
From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out. It's Barrett. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Working that left side now. Oh, he's got some space. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. Looking downfield on first down. On the run deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
White going to attack through the air. Throwing right. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care.
Fires and picked off.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass. Perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Skips away from pressure. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Tulane right back to the line.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Green Wave in a world of hurt on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Green Wave. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
Up by one, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the catch. A two-point conversion is good. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Dickey. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. White wants to throw it. Got his man quickly. At the 45 on his way. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Pirates.
And just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route. And the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
And the extra extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, ECU.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll go back to work on offense. The handoff to Johnson. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Tulane right back to the line.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep.
Quarterback gets sacked at his own 2-yard line. Give the defense a ton of credit. They were going for the safety, and they almost got it. Great effort up front by the D.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He turns that loose down the right side. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Johnson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Lost to throw again. Using his feet to buy time. That's caught. It's Johnson. And they wrap it. But not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to... There he goes! Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. Tulane didn't start this drive with very good field position, but now they've got a chance to operate. To the air on 1st down. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Yeah, and he looked like he had the opportunity to secure that, obviously open over the middle of the field, but you know how that works. Middle of the field, more defenders. Am I going to get whacked when I hit this thing? It makes those guys think a little bit. You see more drops over the middle of the field.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
On on third down. He'll try to pick it up through the air. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. Fit it in the window for the score. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
He'll bring it out. It's Dickey. Smacks it with the stiff arm. And he's out of bounds at the 24, a yard short of where he would have wound up with the touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Now, you got to read it quick, right? And he makes a quick decision, gets that thing out of his hand, but make sure your feet are set, and you still got to be accurate even though you're trying to get rid of that ball so fast.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Snap it to the back. Makes it past the marker. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So first down will open up the final period. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Quick step and go. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
And the Pirates have this offense rolling. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Creates a little room. Oh, no, the ball popped out. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
And you start to get that offense going and start having success. You've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And with the lead late in this football game, I expect to see more of this from this offense. And what am I telling my running back, who's already put the ball on the ground once today? 2 hands on the football. We're not fighting for all this extra yardage. Like, protect the football. We cannot put that thing on the deck.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
The Pirates will have it 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Dickey. Breaks into the open. He gets it in. 20 and out of bounds at the 17.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards on...
Touchdown, East Carolina! And they add 6 more to the board with trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. It'll be incomplete, trying to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Unloads it left. Oh, he had it, and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stop for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. They just keep firing. Here's a throw downfield late. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. He's taking the deep shot. Makes the grab deep. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. I think they'd keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. White going to attack through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. Oh, the unthinkable has happened for this offense. They're into the end zone. It's a touchdown for the D.
And that is such a critical mistake by the offense, David. You've got the lead late. The only thing your coach is telling you is ball security. They put it on the ground, and not only does the defense pick it up, but they take it into score, and now they've got the lead.
And you talk about coming up big in a big moment. Defense looking for a stop, but how about this? You practice it so much. Getting fumbles, what do? You scoop. Everybody blocks. You take it back to the house. This game just changed with one play.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Fielded in the end zone. It's Dickey. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Found a seam. There he goes. The 20. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. Touch pass on the jet sweep. So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Finds his big tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. Going for 6. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Deep in their own territory, they'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Turning it on! Talk about a timely run. Gets the 1st down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get in a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling the close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.